I didn't know what to expect when I was asked to do this. I was just asked to come and talk from my perspective about depression and suicide. I'm Gerald Coon. I'm the president and CEO of an organization called Diverse and Resilient, and we're an organization that tries to mitigate health disparities between LGBTQ people and our heterosexual peers. And I'm going to use the phrase gay going forward instead of LGBTQ. It's just so much easier. One of the health disparities that we work on is mental health, including depression and suicide. And let me just focus on gay teen depression for a moment. Gay youth are 6 times more likely to experience symptoms of depression. And why? You know, I was born gay, but I wasn't born depressed. I wasn't born more prone to suicide. I wasn't born more prone to acquire HIV. I wasn't born more prone to abuse drugs or alcohol. So why are there these disparities for gay people? We experience fear, hatred, and prejudice, social determinants of health, so things we have no control over simply because of who we are. And we experience these things at school, in our communities, in our friends, from our elected officials, at church, and at home. All of the people who are supposed to advocate and take care of us. And this results in depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, substance abuse, and thoughts of suicide. In fact, gay youth are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide. In the Fox Valley, the Appleton area, there was recently a 3-year suicide spike. And there, the death review team, there is a thing called the death review team, found that 86% of those teens' deaths were gay teens. So let's dig deeper with an example of a gay kid's experience from daily life. Recently, this is a little uncomfortable talking about this because this is a diverse audience, but recently there was a state Supreme Court race, and one of the candidates founded a school. And that school was a private school, a religious school, and one of the rules of that school is if you are a gay teacher, a teacher or an employee who's involved in a same-sex relationship, you're terminated. If you're a student involved in a same-sex relationship, you're expelled. If you're a student but your parents are involved in a same-sex relationship, you're expelled. Now, private school, religious school, no tax money, everybody gets the legality of that. But now imagine those kids in those neighborhoods, those gay kids in those neighborhoods, with those campaign signs for that candidate, who ultimately won. Now imagine if that campaign sign was in your own yard, and you're that gay kid who hasn't been able to come out yet. That's real. That happens. So when those of us who are adults attempt to challenge that, what we're told is that we're accused of attacking others for their deeply held religious beliefs. I focus on beliefs. Beliefs that we're told should allow others free rein to harm us. Susan B. Anthony said, "I distrust those people who know so well what God wants them to do because I notice it always coincides with their own desires." Openly gay presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg recently said, "People will often be polite to you in person while advancing policies that harm you and your family. You will be polite to them in turn, but you need not stand for such harms. Instead, you push back honestly and emphatically, so it goes in the public square." So what's the best help for preventing gay teen suicide? Certainly clinical early intervention and comprehensive treatment, but most effective is family support. And after that, community support, including support of public policy that advances LGBTQ equality. We can all support that. It's free, and it only requires that we recognize the humanity of others who are different from us. Others who simply want the same opportunities to openly and honestly love and be loved while causing no harm to others. One of the things that we've done at Diverse and Resilient in the last year, we had large billboards and bus ads throughout Milwaukee in the Fox Valley and on a big billboard outside of Columbus where there's a conversion therapy school. And we've got little copies of the billboards outside in the chairs, but it was a campaign that just literally said, you're beautiful, loved, and worthy just as you are. And it's a picture of queer kids. Young kids call themselves queer. It's not what I did when I was younger because that was a bad thing. But it's just this diverse group of kids who are fiercely proud and have adults in their life that advocate for them and protect them. So when we talk about depression and suicide in this community and the broader community, we all can do something about it for those kids that just feel so alone and so different from everyone else. Thank you.